Like VR, I love it. So we gotta talk about Upload VR Showcase. So let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Husky Pepe over here at NGI, and today we're talking about the Upload VR Showcase that just popped off during the whole Summerfest Gaming E3, whatever y'all want to call this shit. But I told you I'm gonna be back grinding hardcore, those covering all the news, but I can't get it. Might be behind a day, but you know what I'm saying. The news is gonna be covered by me, by your boy, so that way you can get my thoughts and opinions. So the first thing we're gonna start off about was the big news right here. If you're a big Among Us fan, Among Us VR is coming out. Ooh, and it looking crazy good. Chopping heads off. It was a funny cameo with the yellow one. Everybody kept pointing fingers at the yellow one. And it wasn't even him. He just looked sus. But he wasn't that bad one. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the imposter. He was just sus. And it seems to be a sequel, so it's pretty cool to find out. It's going to be on the Oculus Quest, Meta Quest, whatever you want to call that, or the PC VR. No news about PlayStation, no. You gotta figure that shit out. On top of that, we have Broken Edge, a new, really interesting sword fighting game where it's like your swords break and you're trying to be a sword master. And like, I don't know, it has like the 3 squares for every time a sword breaks, and I guess you get points if your sword don't break. I'm still not really too sure about what the fuck this is and how it works, to be honest. But nevertheless, it looks kind of cool. Then we had Dystrophinia. Don't know if I pronounced that right, but it's a Chronos alternate universe featuring murder and dreams in an anime VR world. I'm a big fan of anime stuff, so to see this actually looks pretty cool. Episode 1 is due to release this summer, and there's 2 more episodes with a Nintendo Switch release. So I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of want a whole game in VR, especially if it's like an anime type thing. I don't know. I don't like something to be split into 800 parts. Otherwise, I'll lose interest. Then we had Final Fury coming out. Reimaginating fighting games in VR. If y'all wanted to know what the fuck a fighting game in VR would look like, check out Final Fury. Has special moves, life bars, punching, combos. And it's coming out in 2023 though. So for me, it's not a big deal until next year, so I'm not even going to dwell on it. We had warplanes shifting over to helicopters. It's called Heli Squad. Heli Squad is a military helicopter type video game. Woo! And it makes me feel like that. Yawn time. Scrambled graphics and 3D models with an arcade simulation style realism with helicopter game fights. Very interesting. We had Hubris in an ambitious underwater combat type game. Comes from the devs of Subnautica and Cryptbone. But Hubris will be out later this year on MetaQuest and PC VR platforms. Like I said, when I say Cyborn, I say Cryptborn, but the developer Cyborn promises that it's going to be a new, ambitious first-person game. So, the cutscenes look good, the graphics look cool, but we still don't know much about it else. We had the Mother Gunship making its leap to VR really soon. Mother Gunship will be the latest shooter to move to VR when it launches on June 16th. Showed off some crazy, cool first-person features with some humor. It's like Doom in VR, but without the gore. Or do they got the gore? And then showed one of my most favorite funny type of VR games. Has that humor and that silliness to it. Called What the Bet. What the Bet is a sequel to What the Golf. And it just looks fucking fun. I actually can't wait to try this one out, to be honest, no capping. And then a survival being stalked by a jaguar is coming to VR. It's called Green Hell, and it's available right this second while I'm talking. It seems like it has a little bit of an ambition, but I haven't tried it yet. But now that I know it's out and it's here on the surface scratching, maybe it's something I'll look into and give it a try. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of burnt out on these survival crafting build 'em up type games. Seems like almost every game is leaning to this space. It's like it's either a battle royale game or it's a fucking survival craft type game. It's crazy. And Zenith came out swinging their nuts on the ground out here. If you don't know about Zenith, it's a huge MMO RPG. It's supposed to be the competitor to Orbius, because Orbius is taking over right now. But Zenith, do not sleep on Zenith. I've been playing it. I got a review coming. But Zenith ain't no joke, and they already just showed off a huge, massive announcement with instance dungeons, new armor sets, all kind of things coming on all VR platforms, PC, PlayStation, MetaQuest, or Oculus Quest. It looks great, and the game is fire. Twilight Zone is coming out, and I don't know what this really is about, to be honest. It's kind of weird, but you know, you got to fight shadow monsters with original different stories. I mean, trailer will be in the background. Y'all see what I'm talking about. Liminal Phase is a lo-fi, so if you like lo-fi pop music, lo-fi hip hop, like this beat in the background, check out Liminal Phase. It looks like it has some glove enemies and some weird like pig type stuff going on. I don't know, to be honest. Top of that, S-Fire 2 releases. We had seen a new trailer of this co-op full-fledged VR FPS coming to Oculus Quest, MetaQuest later this year. Playable classes and stuff, breaking it down. S-Fire 2, check it out. You get to be like a little robot, a little mini square, little midget sheet, or you get to go big fucking ape shit. And it's supposed to like blend with your visual reality. If you're tall, when you play the little robot, it's supposed to show you what small world looks like, and vice versa. And we got Stride getting a new multiplayer trailer. Stride is a parkour type VR game. If you don't know about it, now y'all know about it. It's actually pretty litified. It looks fun. To be honest, check it out. You can now dominate the world with your friends in Stride. On top of that, we had Pathcraft trying to capture the legacy of the Lemmingwings. If you guys know about the Lemmingwings, it's these little 2D green-haired motherfucking trolls that would just walk off and kill themselves, and it was up to you to save them. Well, Pathcraft is the kids' version of that. It's the Nintendo version of that. It's the Mario version of that. It is the itsy cutesy friendly version of that. It still looks fun. I don't know how they're gonna reinvent the genre here, other than it being in VR. But with the price hopefully being low, and the puzzles being in the majority, could be okay. Next, we had a air guitar famous rocker type VR game. If you were a fan as a little kid when you throw up and you're playing the air guitar to some Metallica or Ozzy Osbourne or whatever, well, now you can play it in VR for real. You can air guitar the fuck out of it in VR. It's coming out with some DLC. It's called Unplugged. The next game is a really scary looking weird shit called Hellsweeper. Has some intense horror, bloody action. Looks good. From Vertical Games. Coming out later this year on Oculus Quest, MetaQuest, and PC. Then one of my favorite rhythm games got announced. When I say one of my favorites, I'm saying this game is fire. Looking crazy. It's called Ragnarok Hellfest. It's getting some DLC, but pretty much you are like a rock and roll band. Play yourself out of hell and you hit the rhythm on people. Think rock band drums without the lag and the latency issues. Game looks fire. If you ain't played it yet, check it out. DLC coming. Then we had Propagation VR development update. It's a zombie shooter coming out later this year. But honestly, it didn't look too appealing like everything else being shown. If you're a fan of Nerf guns, Nerf is coming out with their game. They already came out with a game, but now they're coming out with a VR version of the game, so you can play to your Nerf's fantasies and shoot the shit out of people with Nerf guns in VR. Moss is getting its sequel. The Fan Award nominated Mouse is coming back for another adventure on July 21st. Check it. Killer Frequency is coming out from Team 17. It had its debut. It's about a killer on the loose in the local town with synthwave aesthetics. Check this one out. It doesn't seem too bad. And the announcer of this showcase had to say, hide your kids' ears for Gambit. Very funny looking type game. Reminds me of Payday. Reminds me of Payday 2. You know, 4 people go robbing a bank. It's called Gambit. First person shooter. In VR. You got 4 people. You gotta do what you need to do to survive. A very adult oriented game with profanity. And it just looks like it had a lot of humor to it. And that was the VR showcase from Upload. Any hidden gems y'all like? Stay up to date with all the latest in gaming tech news and reviews. And as always, smash that like and subscribe. God bless and peace.